Hey guys, got another Pokemon TCG for you. This is a fucking old ass video, but you know, while the TCG is still down and no one wants to play me on Pokemon Play TCG.me, so I'm gonna have to keep uploading old shit. Anyway, this is an old Psychic deck that I used to use. One of the first decks I really took to Pokemon League. It's a which I changed when Noble Victories came out. It's a Chandelier, Dodgy, God of War, and a Mewtwo EX deck. So it uses the God of War's Energy Acceleration, and then you've got Dodgy to get free retreat because it gives me reduces my retreat cost by 2, and got Chandelier to Curse Drop and put damage counters, as well as doing his attack, which does 50 damage and burns and confuses. So there you go, that's my first turn. You saw what happened. You should know Pokemon by now. I'm going to play a Collector on my first turn, and I'm going to get a load of shit out on the field. And I played the catcher basically because I want to get them in my discard so I can junk arm it back. And also, you know, if I bring out her Rolts, she's going to panic because she doesn't want that to be active. She's not going to use the attack. It's just a Pokemon she's going to use the ability for, and she's got a burn energy or a switch to get rid of it. You saw on her Juniper, she got rid of a Gothitelle and another Juniper, so that always hurts when you Juniper a Juniper because, you know, it's never good to get rid of trainers, but she was obviously quite stuck on that hand. She can use Pichu, its Playground ability, or it's kind of an attack, isn't really on the baby Pokemon, but it doesn't cost any energy to do so. What it allows you to do is you can fill your bench for as many basics as you have room, but the downside is your opponent can do it, but it's not really a downside for her because, you know, I collected on turn 1, so it's pretty even. So her Pichu stays asleep. I'm going to put a DCE on my Mewtwo EX, and I'm going to retreat out, and I'm going to use Catcher to get out her Mewtwo EX because I want to start getting damage on that early. I want to start the Mewtwo war as soon as I can and get that fucker out of the way. I'm playing N, and N allows me to get a Dodrio, so now I'm going to have my free retreat and a couple of level balls, so I'll be able to start getting my my God of War evolved. Obviously you couldn't rare candy your Rolts, so you had to manually evolve it over the 3 turns, which kind of slowed down the deck a lot. It slowed down the whole energy acceleration of this deck. And also there weren't, I don't believe they were, you couldn't have Tropical Beach online. Obviously Tropical Beach, if you didn't attack, you got to draw cards until you had 7 in your hand, so that was a good way of using Chandelier. So I'm going to do 80 damage onto her Mewtwo, and it's like, it's over to her turn. And that was, I think, a Pokemon Communication, laying an energy down onto her Gothite. I can't remember the fucking pre-evolution forms of that Gothitelle Pokemon, but she's going to pull out a Gothitelle, and she's rare candy, and so that's why she's got her Gothitelle set up. Gothitelle has quite a cool ability. When it's active, your opponent has Train Lock, you can't play any trainers, and its attack does 30 damage plus 20 more for every psychic energy attached to it, and it costs 3 colourless energy to do so. So I'm going to stick another energy onto my Mewtwo EX, that way it's going to be able to knock out his Mewtwo EX or her Mewtwo EX, and I'm going to play Pokemon Collector, that way I'm going to get out the last 3 basics from my deck, and deck thinning is always a good thing. You've got to be drawing into those guys, you really want to be drawing into cards you need. Also at this point on this matchup, I only had 1 Mewtwo EX at the time, I do run 2 normally. So there you are, that's what Gothitelle looks like. What it does, pause it on that point if you want to see more. And what it does, got 130 HP and a weakness to Psychic energy, Psychic attacks. So she's Playground again in the hope to stall, and this time Pichu wakes up, so Pichu's going to get fucking raped. I'm going to attach the energy onto my other Litwick because I only need to put 1 Psychic energy onto my God of Wars and a Rescue for the onto my Shadowless because of God of War's ability. So we're going to evolve that one into a Lampent. And what are we going to do? Looks like we're going to rape this. Yeah, we're going to retreat. Don't retreat. Just destroy this fucking Pichu. Destroy the Pichu. Pichu destroyed. So that's Pichu killed, and I've got myself another prize. But I've obviously now got I've got a Litwick in hand, and I've got a Pokemon Communication, but I can't use it because I'm now under Trainer Lock. So she's going to junk arm a couple of cards away. And looks like she's going to start getting her, probably going to get a Curlier. Yep, got a Curlier because she really wants to get her God of War set up. And that's 3 energy onto her Gothitelle. So that's going to do 2, 4, 6 plus 30. That's going to be 90 damage times 2, 180. So it's going to 1-hit KO my Mewtwo and get 2 prizes. And she needed that because she had no cards in hand. So I've only got a Lampent and I'm pretty stuck. So I really need to get a Chandelier out. So I'm going to use Luring Light, and I'm going to pull out her Curlier because again I want to stall for a turn. I really need to get that Gothitelle out of the active spot so I can use my Pokemon Collector so my Pokemon Communication, and I can get a Guard of War or a Chandelier out so I can start doing some damage. Anyway, she's going to play a Pokemon. This is a really good play, actually. I remember this now. I actually remember this. It's a really good play. She plays a Pokemon Collector, and she gets Jirachi, Shaman, and her second Mewtwo EX. So she lays the Jirachi. What it allows you to do is you flip 3 coins, and for every head you get to get a Psychic Energy from your discard that attaches to Jirachi. So she gets 2 heads, 2 Psychic Energies. Then she's going to play Shaman, which allows her to, when you play Shaman down to your bench, you can move as many energies around to your Pokemon. So she can put one onto her Curlier, so you can retreat it, and put the other one over onto her Gothitelle. So Gothitelle is now going to be doing 110 damage, if my math serves me correctly. So I'm pretty fucked until there he comes. There's my bad boy. I get myself out a Chandelier. I'm going to drop down Litwick, and we might as well try and stall because I do really need to get out a Guard of War. And there we are, Guard of War and a couple of Rescue Energies. So that was the clutchest stacked Eek you'll ever see, the cards you need. But it would have been better if Cleffa stayed asleep, but she's just going to knock it out to go ahead on the prizes. But I'm going to whack a Rescue Energy onto my Chandelier and evolve my Guard of War. And because Gothitelle has weakness to Psychic attacks, I can do Curse Drop, put 3 cannons on it because I only got 130 HP. That knocks it down to 100, and then my other attack does 50 damage, but times 2 weakness. Here we go, it's going to go for the KO. So I'm going to get her only attacker out because she did use the Collector to get out the Mewtwo EX, but obviously filled the bench by the Jirachi and the Shaman. So she has nothing that can attack, and I've got a very angry Chandelier that can spread damage and also deal damage. So 2 prizes apiece. She puts forward the baby version of Gothitelle. And what's she going to do? Because I'm going to call it. She's fucked. So it looks like she is going to get herself a Pokemon. I didn't see, I didn't look. I wasn't looking, I was looking at my phone. Best commentator ever. She gets a Guard of War, so at least she's now got her energy acceleration. And what's she gonna do? You've got no energy, you got a few cards in hand. You're not gonna lay down that Mewtwo EX? I guess not, because you're scared of my Chandelier. And she does an attack because 2 heads. So anyway, I'm going to lay down a Rescue Energy, and she scoops. So there you go, there's a really bad video for you. Like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and I'll catch you guys later. Adios!